Hey guys, it's Lyons, and I'm making this video to continue the series on who Jesus is. Now, in the last video, we talked about how Jesus is God in the flesh. Now, today, we will be talking about how Jesus is the Son of God. So, if you follow along here, we're going to be reading Matthew chapter 3, verses 16 and 17. Alright. And it says here, when he had been baptized, Jesus came up immediately from the water, and behold, the heavens were opened to him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and alighting upon him. And suddenly a voice came from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." So God the Father was clarifying that Jesus is his son when he said this. And as I stated in my last video, he came down from heaven in order to suffer severely for the sins of the world, so that whoever accepts him would be forgiven of their sins. And that's an amazing thing. I mean, to see God himself in the flesh, to see his own son in person, that must have been amazing, because he is the picture of pureness and holiness. And we should be grateful that God's only Son came down from heaven to do that for us. And, one other verse, I don't exactly remember what verse it is. There's a verse in Psalms, but I remember exactly what that verse says, so I'm going to quote it to you. You see, after Jesus was crucified, he resurrected 3 days later and is now seated at the right hand of God the Father. And the Psalms, which were written, I believe, about 800 or 900 years before Jesus was born. Now, just think about this. The Psalms were written 809 or written around 800 years before the life of Christ. And David prophesies in the book of Psalms. The Holy Spirit prophesies through him. The Holy Spirit prophesies through him, saying, and Psalm says, and I quote, "The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand, until I make your enemies your footstool." So that's just more proof that Jesus is sitting at the right hand of God the Father Almighty, and that Jesus is the same God who David and all the other prophets worshipped in the Old Testament. So I just wanted to make this little teaching video. I pray that it edifies you and helps you come to a better understanding of who Jesus is. God bless, and keep fighting the good fight.